I started in television. I started as a theatre director in 1989 at university, and I was doing a film and theatre and English literature course. And I started to direct theatre and took a show to the Edinburgh Festival, and a TV producer saw it, and that's how I got into television. Didn't enjoy writing, hated being on my own, trapped in an office or in my house staring at a blank screen. I'm much a better people person, so I started to do more in production, and I worked my way up from runner to production assistant and junior researcher, and kept moving across different departments. I loved doing everything, but I also realised doing all facets of the job, what I was most being drawn towards, and it was definitely directing and producing. I like doing both, but a big project like The Brightness means I have to work very closely with a producer who knows a lot about film, and that's where Celine comes in.
Gary and I met through a common friend who's a writer-producer. And Gary called me in a panic because he needed a producer, because he'd been selected to the second round of the Big Pitch. And he called me and he said, would you happen to know anyone? I love horror films. I love, he gave me a few films that he liked and told me about his project. And I just told him, I said, well, would it be very silly to say, what about me? And we got talking and we got on, and he said, well, let me check and let me ask the Big Pitch if they're happy with that. And luckily for me, they were. And so I came on board the project.
The first time I ever met Celine was at the workshop run by you guys, and we'd never even physically met, so I had no idea what she actually looked like, and we both sat in the back of the room. It was very odd that we only met each other there, but I don't believe there are any accidents, and we were drawn inexorably together by a mutual friend. But I'm always wildly ambitious and sometimes over-ambitious, and in this instance I knew I was really, because I've not made a film before, and I knew I needed some sagely wisdom and the right hands holding me, and that's what Celine provides really perfectly. So we were a perfect resonant combination.
The Big Pitch is a brilliant scheme. I think, because I've been I've been on the other side, on the buying side, I'm very aware how difficult it is to get films made. And I think this is such a brilliant opportunity for a whole range of people to potentially get their first films made. And it's so difficult. And we're incredibly lucky that we've been given this opportunity, and also being surrounded by people who know what they're doing, who are giving us all the support and the mentoring, and this is great.
I would hope that all of our films get made, and I'm being very genuine, and not disingenuous. I do think that we're all in very distinct, totally different genres and areas, and I think it's impossible to compare them. Yeah, I think we're all winners, and at this point now, it was the idea of the competition that got me involved, but now I'm not interested in the competition. I'm interested in us all making our films.